So partners in the cargo industry, members of the media, colleagues, it's my job to welcome you here tonight to celebrate the next step in the PAL transformation. As I've realised, probably a lot of people know much more about what's going on than I do after a few weeks. But I think it's really important to remember that cargo is an extremely important part of what the airline does. And I don't think anybody realised that quite as much until we had the pandemic, when the airline was bringing in the medical supplies. But actually, I may be very new to Philippine Airlines, but I was lucky enough to work in the cargo business for 5 years in the US. And the doors closed. This mustn't go outside of these four walls, and apologies to some of the people who are in here for a different part of the business. But I think what we all know here is that cargo is much, much more interesting than the passenger business. I mean, passengers are really boring. You know, they go and they come back. And then, you know, you look, the unit is a seat, but we never get them to pay for weight, it's just volumetric. I mean, can you imagine we start weighing passengers before they get on the plane? I think we might have a few problems with that. Products. We carry a lot of different products. So obviously we've got perishables, and that's really, really important for air freight. We've got high-tech electronic goods. We talked about medical. You've got fish. You've got wildlife. I think my favourite one was when I was in the US, and we had a freighter with 40 racehorses and 40 tons of Krispy Kreme donut mix going to Australia. And we weren't quite sure what the Krispy Kreme donut mix format was going to be by the time we got to Australia. And now we'll find out if anybody understands my sense of humour. But, you know, and I think that the other thing is, you know, this industry is always changing. So if currencies change, you'll find that a product that goes in one direction stops and gets sourced from another country. And the passenger side, you know, we're worrying about the impact of Mr. Trump and what he's doing to passenger travel. But that's probably nothing compared with what's happening with the impact of the tariffs. So I think the reality is that cargo is a very, very interesting part of the business, much more interesting than the passengers, changing much more regularly, and we all need to be on our toes. So I think you're all privileged to be a part of that industry, and we congratulate our own team who have to navigate those murky waters. I don't think it's for me to tell you very much about what PAL Cargo does, because you all know it much, much more than I do. I mean, obviously we connect the Philippines to major markets, the US, North Asia, Korea, Japan, Australia. We connect the major hubs in the country, you know, Manila, Clark, Davao, Cebu. We're adding new destinations. We've just added Ho Chi Minh, we're about to add Da Nang. And as we go on this ongoing journey, we try to meet your needs. We add extra partners, and we're on a process of digitalization. So there's a huge amount going on. And I think the purpose of tonight is that we want to refresh the brand to reflect everything that is going on in the cargo industry, and really show that PAL Cargo is right up there and is worthy of the same branding as the rest of the business, and maybe beyond. So if you sit tight, the reveal will come in just a few minutes. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen it. I hope you are too. So thank you very much. Mabuhay, and enjoy the evening. Thank you.
This is the quickest program ever for a PAL event. To our valued partners, our cargo agents and freight forwarders, distinguished members of the media, my colleagues in the Philippine Airlines family, ladies and gentlemen, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Thank you for joining us today as we mark a very important milestone for Philippine Airlines. Your presence strengthens the partnerships and shared commitment that keep PAL Cargo moving forward. At this point, I want to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to our cargo agents and forwarding partners. Throughout the most difficult days of the pandemic, when skies were quiet and uncertainty prevailed, you stood with us. Together, we kept essential goods moving across borders, delivering vital supplies, and serving communities when they needed it most. Your commitment and partnership made all the difference, and we thank you wholeheartedly for helping us fulfill that mission despite all of the challenges that we had at that time. Today's rebranding signals a fresh chapter in our transformation journey. We are reshaping our cargo business to better serve you with a stronger identity, sharper focus, and a deeper commitment to collaboration, agility, and innovation. The new brand reflects how we are evolving, modernizing our systems, enhancing the customer experience, and building even closer ties with our partners. This transformation is built on teamwork and trust, backed by continuous investment in digital innovations and operational excellence. And while the brand identity may have evolved, our promise stays the same: to move with purpose, serve with excellence, and to grow with you. At the heart of all that we do is our guiding principle: buong pusong alaga, or care that comes from the heart. Or, in this case, for our cargo business, care that delivers. It defines our work and shapes every shipment, every connection, and every decision that we make. We look forward to continuing this journey together, building a cargo experience that is smarter, more connected, and more responsive to the needs of our customers and our communities. On behalf of our Chairman, Dr. Lucio Tan, our Vice Chairperson, Mrs. Carmen Tan, and the PAL Holdings Inc. President and COO, Mr. Lucio Tan III, and the entire PAL management team, thank you to our friends in the media for being here today and for helping share our vision for the future of PAL Cargo. Good evening, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat at mabuhay.